Hey, do you remember that old "Hang in there, baby, Friday's coming" poster with the cat? He's just kind of hanging on. We're going to talk about that today. Let's go. You know, I think we can do better than that. I just love that poster. I think it's hilarious. But those words are kind of similar to what we talk, but with a big difference, because that is trying to say you got to hold on. And we do. We need to hold on. But what I like to say is, you know, maybe what you can't see off camera is God holding that cat up or holding us up, supporting us, lifting us, and doing all of that. So as we're holding on, you know, God's going, all right, you hold on to what you need to hold on to. You do what you got to do. But know that I've got the power. I'm giving you the strength in all that you need. Paul gives us these encouraging words, and it's in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58. And this is what comes after a passage that I use probably at every funeral service, especially at the graveside service, talking about, you know, the sting of death is sin, the power of sin is the law, but thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ, right? Jesus rose triumphantly from the grave to give us victory over death. So death no longer wins. Sin no longer wins because Jesus paid the price for it, destroyed its power, paid its price, fully satisfying the wrath of God for us. Paul has unpacked that and very often at a graveside with family. But then there's this verse that comes after it. And it's a therefore, right? So why is the therefore there? Well, we got to see what it's there for. And the therefore is that his beloved brothers, so he says, therefore, my beloved brothers, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain. So keep on going. Keep on going. Hang in there. Stay at it, right? Don't be moved away from what you're called to do. This doesn't mean to be stubborn. This doesn't mean to be nasty. A lot of people see those words and they're like, yeah, I'm going to fight everybody that would even, irritate me or whatever. No, it's not that. It's saying there's a whole bunch of things that are going to try to change your mind, try to change your heart, try to ruin everything and try to come at you. To say that God doesn't exist or he's not important or there's flaws or it's messed up or any of those things or you can't do it and you're terrible, right? Those are all the messages we're going to hear. But he's like, okay, you know Jesus died for you, rose for you, has won this victory, and you have that. So stand on that. Right? It's not like he unloads this awesome thing about new life and victory over death and then he goes, okay, yeah, and I hope you got what it takes. No. He's like, stand on that. Because the therefore always brings you back to what came before it in the scriptures. When Paul uses that, he's going, okay, remember the victory over death and the grave that you're rejoicing with God over? Hang in there. Hold on to that. Stay on that. And be abounding in your work in terms of bringing that to people in the world and doing all that, and know that even though you have days where it feels thankless, where it doesn't feel like you're doing it, like anything's happening or anybody cares, it's never in vain because God's going to use it. It's never in vain because God is going to use it, and he does use it. He has used what you've done. The word that you told somebody, the encouragement that you gave them, the help that you gave them. You might not be able to see it, but God's at work using that sharing of the truth, that sharing of the fact that Jesus died for them and rose for them. He's using that. And we just got to trust that God's got to make that happen. He's got to make that thing grow. He's going to make that thing begin to flower and blossom and the fruit begin to appear and all of that. Just leave it to him. All right? I'm Pastor Fred. This is the Follow Through. Great to have you with us. I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button and share this with somebody. Hit like. You can comment on this. If you have something encouraging you want to say or just a question, be awesome. Love to help you. Love to have a little bit of discussion down there in the comments. All right. So talk to you next time, and I'm praying just know that He's with you every day. See you tomorrow, probably, for another follow through.